Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the SSF Romcast. I am, as always, Jessica Haynes, and you are joining me and my lovely co-host.
Emma Jackson, hello. We are here in season 13, episode
13 with
3.
3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we are talking about book 3 of the, what is it? Blood Moon Texas Shifters
Blood moon. I see
series.
your blood
Yes.
moon
So
rising.
this is the last one we're going to be deep diving into. This one is Bound.
Yes. No
Um,
BDSM. I did check.
I was going to say, sadly,
No.
no. That was a bit of, oh yeah, we should probably say spoilers definitely are going to come into this
Is that a
episode
spoiler that there
hugely.
is no
I
BDSM?
think so. I think someone might be
Well, it is
looking
called
forward to
Bound,
that. And
yes.
then, like, it's called
Aww.
Bound. I mean, it's almost more of a warning that you're not going to get any. So,
Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
Trigger
Um,
warning, there is no BDSM.
that's it.
Light or otherwise.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is the last one in the series we're going to cover, but it's not the last one of the series. There
It's
are
not even
like
midway, is it?
four more. Yes,
Four
nearly,
more.
nearly halfway. We can't do
Nearly.
Bon Jovi just yet.
No, no. Oh, you know me so well. It's there in the
It's
in the
right there. As
frontal
soon as you
lobe.
say it, right there.
Bless it.
So, yes, this was West and Topher's story.
Topher. Oh,
It's really weird because um Topher's not exactly like a common name, and then immediately the book I read after it had a Topher as well, and I
did
was like,
it?
"Oh, that's really
Okay.
weird." Not they weren't like a big main character, but they just popped up, and I
Oh,
was
just
like,
in there.
"Odd." Okay, just
Yeah, it
random.
was.
That's
Yeah,
all.
it was quite late in my life that I heard a Chris called a Topher, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's quite sweet. But it worked for when they were
it
small.
is.
When they got bigger,
Yeah.
it didn't sit as well for them.
I suppose it's just what you get to know people with, isn't it? Like
Mm,
I don't think you think about it as much when you just see them in everyday life. But
yes.
when you pick it up a character in a book or a film,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh,
When he started small and then got bigger and bigger and bigger than me, yeah, he wasn't he wasn't so much a tofu anymore. He was too big to be
yeah,
tofu. Bless him.
yes. And he's a big guy at this Topher as well, isn't
He
he?
is. He is.
Although like more rangy, I guess. Is that the
Yes,
word?
he's a bit. Oh, he's had a bit of trauma when he's passed. So yeah, he
He
needs to bulk up
has.
again.
He has. So it jumps quite far forward. So if like book 1 and book 2 kind of were on the heels of each other. You
Hmm.
had book 1 at Halloween and then book 2 was like Thanksgiving and Christmas. But this one leapfrogs forwards to the summer, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Which as we were saying, because Topher had sort of been only just kind of pulled into the pack back with the other two books, and he was very traumatized from his time where he'd been a prisoner of the vampires and they'd fed from
Yeah,
him and all of this and made him turn other people and things like that. Um, so he had a lot to get over.
yeah. There was a
Um,
unpackage to do.
yes. So he's feeling he's a bit more sort of yeah, he's come along
He's
now a
stabled
bit.
out a little bit. Yeah, he's kind
Yeah.
of handling them a little bit better. He's spending his time with Caleb, isn't he, and going over
Yes,
the
that's like
motions of stuff.
a regular thing.
So yeah, he's kind of got a bit of a better. He's not conquered his demons. That's obviously going to take him a while, but he's got a bit of a grip on understanding what they are.
Yes. Yeah. And I think this is why it's quite hard to talk about this book without any spoilers for the other
Mm.
ones. I think the other ones we could kind of be a bit more like the second book we could be a bit more general and then
Oh
just kind of
yeah.
miss some bits out at the end. But we can't really even start this one without talking about something that comes up at the end of it. So
Well, we're just with the title. Without the BDSM, we need the title is the reason for why we need to speak of things. Yes.
yes, yes. So yeah, bound. So yeah, him and West have now been bonded, haven't they?
Yes.
Which happened in book 1 when so did we even cover that Topher was Hayden's sire?
No,
Did
we
we?
did not.
We did
I don't
not.
think we.
See?
I don't think we discussed the fact that they jumped off a cliff. One jumped off a cliff and one followed.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't discuss any of those things because of the spoileriness.
this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Topher was like
Yeah.
he accidentally I think we may have spoken about it. He
Yeah.
accidentally turned Hayden. He was trying
Yes.
to protect her but he'd only just escaped himself. He was clearly all over the place,
Hmm.
couldn't control himself, ended up biting her and then legging it. Um, but he was there. He was kind of one of the elements of like stalking her to try and protect her, but he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not
Yeah,
not doing it
he was
in
not
like
great. It wouldn't. I
no
wouldn't put it on the CV as something that he's good at.
no.
He's yeah. He fails
It
miserably.
wasn't Stella like burning down her home and
Yeah, he's
stuff.
gonna say yeah.
It's
I
like,
tried to burn down her house
what
to
was
make it
he
better.
thinking? I don't. He had a logic, but even now, he probably
Oh
doesn't even understand the logic of what he was
no.
doing. But she chased after him at this point, when that happened, and West was there, and Ethan was there, and when he realized, he was just like Topher went to throw himself off this cliff, and
Hmm.
West jumped after him. And because West has a very special kind of magic, he's got the Omega magic.
He's a no-burger.
But it's not like Omega like we
Oh
think
yeah.
of it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't really know the rules, to be honest. I just vaguely
No.
picked stuff up from books that I
Yeah,
read.
I suppose
So,
it depends on the book you read. It's kind of they are
mm,
the powerful link that holds everything together. It just
yeah.
depends on their strength within the
And it's
pack. So
like
some books,
emotional, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. So some of the wolves have different powers, and we know that River has the ability to like read minds and manipulate
Yeah.
memories and things like that, which is why he's been grabbed and put into the tracers. Um, and then Brody's got a similar power to their dad, which is to, I don't know, just make them forcibly submit. He can just
Yeah,
like,
like an alpha-y growliness.
yeah,
Yeah, sort of a grrr.
exactly. But yeah, West is more of a like a touchy-feely type one in that he can kind of reach out and convince them emotionally, but it causes like a feedback thing. They get very
Yeah.
attached to him, so he has to be extremely careful with it. And unfortunately, it happened accidentally that in his desperation to stop Topher from
Jumping.
doing harm to himself,
Hmm.
he bonded them and they stuck with it because it was quite
It
strong.
doesn't go away. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and they're both not very happy with it
But yeah. Yeah. I was gonna
initially.
say, yeah, it's kind of yeah, you can definitely understand West's take on it that everything that is done to Topher for the last forever was forced upon him by everybody
Yeah.
else, and then he's just added to the pile.
Yeah, and I think that was an interesting thing because we talked about like the the jump in time being surprising, and from the one perspective you can like see, oh okay, it just means that like he's just more functional on a level to get out there and be doing the things that he's doing. Um, but it's moved him past, I guess, where I would have thought he would have been, and in terms of the bond and the tension between them. So it was very clear in the second book that he was angry at West, like so
Yes.
angry, didn't want him around.
Yes.
Um, but that has changed now to book three, and there's clearly attraction between them. Um,
Mm.
but West doesn't want to take advantage of anything, and is worried about it not being genuine and there not being the consent because he's been
Yes.
forcibly bonded, and like you say, Topher's had enough of that in his
Yes.
in his past.
He
But what was
has,
really
but
interesting, I think, was how that turned on its head. And
hmm?
then like Topher was going, but you're trying to make a decision for me now. I'm
Yes.
telling you I
Yeah, you're
want
taking my
this.
consent away again.
Yeah, and you're doing, it's not much better,
Yes.
to be
I
saying
think
no.
I think it was at the point where I messaged you and said, I just want to shake him now. Just come on,
Yes.
West, come on. You've
Yeah,
been
was that
given
it? Was
all
it
of the
that
green
moment when
lights.
it's like
Yeah.
when Topher's going, well, I want it, and
Yeah. Seriously, I am here. I'm pretty much on my knees. Why not? And then West is like,
yeah,
oh, but still, it's like, no.
but
Just,
yeah,
ugh.
bless West.
Ah,
Mm.
bless
Oh.
something.
There's something you got too frustrated with
Oh,
this one.
I
This
did
one's
with
your
that
one
bit.
that you got
This was my little
frustrated.
moment of, gee, I get it. I understand, but we're this far
Mm,
in now. Come on.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
And you've got brothers. Your brothers are shaking you. Everybody's shaking you, West.
yeah, yeah.
Bless him.
This is it. But I did enjoy it. I felt like the tension worked and
Hmm.
it kind of made sense, and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them
Yes,
as
yes, very much.
well.
And there was,
I was
I
not
think I said
disappointed from that
no.
perspective.
And yeah, I think I said to you before we recorded, my notes are very short, but so much
Mm,
suddenly seemed to kick on from like 60% of the book. Everything kind of went bum, 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 bum,
absolutely.
bum. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, everything's kind of going on now.
That's it. I feel like this one definitely a lot of like the plot strands that were like being introduced in the first two books are starting to pull together, and you're starting to see kind of what's going on with
Mm,
all of these different like factions and what it's meaning and how they're kind of having to work around it. Whereas I think in the first two books, like I think particularly with the first one, we were like, this, it's quite confusing because there's so much
yes.
happening, but it would be confusing. Like they're confused, everything's changing, all of
Hmm.
these different, you've got how the humans are reacting to all this paranormal stuff. And then obviously all the different paranormal groups, the vampires and the werewolves, they've all got their own motivations and politics that they're not helping the situation with, and then
No, oh
rivalries
no.
too, and it's
Mm.
it's it's a lot to get your teeth around, I think.
This was it. And then,
Definitely.
yeah, kind of doing all that. And then, I was like, we've said all the spoilers.
Yeah.
When Cal got pulled in for the blood test, I'm like, oh, you've thrown
Yes.
that in as well. And then
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
starts turning on the brothers a little bit. And it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's, yeah, I didn't see
Yeah.
that coming. That was quite
No,
well
I
done.
didn't. That was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So it is starting, like the pressure's really starting to
Mm. Yeah.
go, because they'd
You've gone up to
mentioned,
11.
that's it. They'd mentioned the talk of the government wanting to bring in this thing where they would test particularly like civil servants, isn't it?
Mm.
Basically, because that's the only way they can kind of get away with it. But and then it actually starts to happen. It starts to roll out, and a lot of them are in. West's a teacher. Cal
Mm.
works for like the hospitals, and
Yeah.
Brody is
Brody's a police
in.
officer. Mm.
Yeah. So from that perspective, yeah, and that obviously brings the heat down on West in his job. Um, yeah, but that's towards the end. I
Hmm.
think plot wise, um, one of the first thing that's kind of happening is that Topher is still desperately searching for his brother
Yeah.
because he's worried that the vampires took him, basically. Um, so there's that, and there's also all these different abductions that are going on still. So there was over the last two books, abductions were still happening, and obviously there was this like biological weapon to be used on the werewolves.
Hmm.
But though, yeah, those abductions have like gone up in rate. They're like every week now, as opposed to like one a month,
Yeah.
maybe. It's getting a bit more obvious as to what's going on, but who's doing it and how can they find them? And that's kind of all the plot stuff that's happening. I don't know how
What
far
I
you
was
want
going
to
to
go into
say,
that.
what I was going to say, there was sort of the little bits with, yeah, how much do you want to go into it with
Mm,
Vlad? And I don't want to throw too
that's,
many other
yeah,
names in and
I
kind of go, okay,
know.
yeah, that's then a totally different tangent of things with Vlad and
Yeah.
siblings that side.
I gotta say though, I was happy to see one thing that was occurring with Vlad and uh Naomi.
Yes,
The Yes, because we talked about her before, the vet,
yes.
and we were like, oh, she doesn't get a brother. Um, sorry, let me just check my thing. Yeah, and then she gets somebody else. She gets
Yeah, of
like
course she does.
Yeah. So we have talked about Vlad, I think, in the past as well. He
We
was
have, but yeah,
the
we've not.
guy that
Yes, yes. There's this vampire going around, and he's kind of talking to us, but he's not talking to us. We know why he's talking to us now,
yeah. And he was
and
the
then
one
nobody
that
would talk to him.
basically outed the paranormal
Yes, yes, he
community.
was. Hi.
So yeah.
You've got to
Um
give him kudos just for that, though. That was a good move for
yeah.
what he wants.
Yeah. And we meet August's love interest too in this one. She turns up too. Hey, you
I've
didn't
not read that much further. I'm River.
Oh, of
I'm
course you didn't. Yeah, yeah. I
no,
went ahead and
I've
read
not.
all the blurbs so I could
Yeah,
figure out what
I've
the
not.
pairings were. Yeah. Well, who do you think it was?
Well, I want to then say Rowan. Is it
Yeah,
Rowan?
exactly. Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine then. There's
Yeah.
the only one left. I'm like, is it?
I think because we're
How
finishing
does
on
that
this
work then?
book, we can
Sorry.
probably, yeah, draw a line and leave that maybe as a surprise for people as to what's going on
Yes.
with that
As to
stuff.
who, yeah, who is she? Why is
Yeah.
she? Where is she?
How they're getting involved, how the vampires are getting involved, and we're seeing a
Hmm.
bit more about them and everything. And yeah, I think that's the main
The,
takeaway from this
the,
one.
the main
Yeah.
takeaway is that so much happens in this next one. You'll come away going, Jesus, what the? And then you have to pick the next one up and go, actually, yeah, I need to
Hmm.
keep going.
Yes. Yes. What else was there? I think there was less fanfic references in it
Yeah,
than
then
I
you'd think with the,
expected there to be.
yes, with his writing and stuff, I thought there
Yeah.
would be a bit more scribbling away.
Yeah, they do a lot of book swapping because
Mm.
Topher's a big reader and obviously West loves reading and writing and they're constantly recommending books, forcing each other to read books they don't like a lot of the time and stuff like that. So there's a
How are they
lot of
still
talk
together?
about different yeah.
It
It's
would be
kind of like what
interesting.
we do.
I was
You
going to say, it's kind of
know?
like us.
Yeah. It's fine. It works. It works.
It really does, honestly.
Especially when they like buy each other cookies and stuff
I
and
know. Well,
and
you
go out
did
of their
mention
way to get
all the
burgers
food
and
references. Yes.
there is
Oh,
a
he
lot of
did. Yeah, the
food.
food love driving all that way for food.
Yeah. Um yeah, at one point there's one scene where they meet up and go round to the coffee shop and they're having chili and then they're like going and getting barbecue too.
Yes.
It's like and I was
So
like, how
much
much food do you need?
food.
I know they do mention that they need a lot of
Yeah, the
calories.
metabolism is through the roof. So if
Yes,
anybody
but at
wants
the
to
same
bite Jessica, then that would be grand.
yeah,
Wolf-chan,
good.
have a
That would be
word.
awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat and eat and eat and eat.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
please.
yes. And the cakes, though some of the cakes I was questionable. I think we discussed that again, didn't we? Some of them it was like,
There's a cake. If you're thinking about the cake I'm
ah.
thinking of right at the end,
Oh, I don't
how did
remember. I
you?
just
You
remember
don't
reading
remember
some
the
of the stuff
cake?
and going, oh no.
Oh no, you're not too keen on like some of the flavor pairings,
Yeah,
are
the
you?
mix and match of the cakeage. Yeah, just
Yeah, I felt a little bit with the cake that's like right at the end, the special cake that isn't exactly a cake, but it is decorated with stuff that you would decorate a cake with.
I honestly don't
I felt
remember the
like that was a
cake. You
bit,
can fill me in a minute.
yeah, I don't want to spoil it for people. Although I don't know, it's not like a plot spoiler, but it's just like one of those little, you know, people enjoy that then if they're into all of the food things and
Yeah, you've got to be
the
one of those quite. Yeah, I'm not a. Food is not my love language. Presence is
no.
my love language.
Mm,
Sorry, Robert.
handbags,
You know this side.
shoes. Yeah.
Shoes, bags, gifts, just
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah. So what else was there? When they were talking about the testing, that was one thing that cropped up to me that I thought was interesting. And I'd have to check the date on the publication of this one. But I remember them saying about like, oh, they can't roll out this testing to like everybody to try and like pin down who the werewolves are because they
Mhm.
just don't have the capacity for that. And I thought that's literally what happened in COVID. So
Yeah,
I
it
wondered if it
really
was
did. Yeah,
pre-COVID.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Just imagine you publish a book and all this happens. You're like, oh god damn it!
I mean you can get
Ah,
away with it because I
of course you
suppose
can.
it's like
Werewolves.
what, yeah, I mean, it's an identity thing rather than a pandemic thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, but if they're really sold on it, yeah, that's interesting. So that did just make me think. It was just one of those things I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe this was pre
Yeah,
2020.
I'd imagine. Or maybe if it
Uh,
wasn't, she just doesn't want to think about it and remember what happened with it.
yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Like if that must have been really, really hard if you were writing a series and you had to, and it was like contemporary time period and you're writing it through the pandemic.
Mm.
So like you've got to decide whether to address it. I mean, I kind of had to do that with my Christmas book that year in 2020. Because like
Mm.
the summer one was like I'd already written it. It just came out like right at the beginning of lockdown. But like by the time you got to the Christmas one, and there was so many authors who were like writing contemporary romances, and they're like, "Are we supposed to just do we just pretend this doesn't exist?" And
Yeah.
pretty much 99% of writers went, "Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just gonna pretend that is not happened." I think it's only now, isn't it? Like a few years, like now
Now we don't have to think
it's a
about it
bit
and we can
further
be,
back.
yeah, we can look back and smile-ish.
Yeah,
Not
like
quite. It's, yeah,
people will reference it now in the same way because it's
yeah.
like, oh, it happened before, and maybe there's things that happened that made people react, but we're not like in it.
In it. No.
So you're
Well,
not
yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, this is the, I don't know if it is true, but I have, when I've done researching for stuff, and it is kind of like, yeah, why did fantasy become so big? It's like
Mm,
COVID, because people just,
yeah.
yeah, I don't like this world. Let's just go into this really epic
I
made up one.
don't know. I mean, I find that really it's interesting because like fantasy does tend to deal with a lot of it mirrors a lot of big issues that we have to deal with in the real world because that's like kind of the whole jam of it. Like when people go, "Oh, it's not political," and it's like, well,
Yeah,
a
kind of
lot of the
is.
time it really
Oh,
is,
so many,
but
so.
then maybe not so much with romancy in like the ones that caught on and then like lifted it. Maybe it was like just far enough outside of like things we like more more general maybe, you know, the good versus evil stuff, and then it's yeah, I don't know, it is a curious one and a little bit tricky, but we do know that romance is perfect for if you want comfort reads because you know how it's going
Yes.
to end and it's awesome. You
Yes,
will
I
be
just need more fae. I just, as I said, I'm after more fae who'll rip people's faces off at the minute, and I've not found any yet.
yes.
Somebody did recommend one to me, and I think I found it to slow burn, so I do need to have words with her. She's like, "Oh, this would be fantastic for you."
uh
I'm like,
you don't mind, you say
"Oh,
you don't like slow burn,
no." It
but
depends. It depends on
yeah.
how much of the yearning and the
You will
growling there
read
is,
far more books in a series
just to
waiting
get to that
for that
moment.
moment, and that's slow burn. There's no
Mm,
getting
no.
around that.
If I had a
So,
choice, though,
yeah, this is it. You get hoodwinked into it
I
basically.
do. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah, the tiniest little carrot on a thread, and I'm there.
Hmm.
Simple creature.
Yes. So I think that's pretty much all we can say about
Yeah.
that. I think
I was
we've
going to say,
covered like,
without going into massive details and throwing in more names to confuse people, like, who the hell
yeah,
is Phoenix?
yeah.
What?
You
Phoenix? Who's
just
he?
read it and find out who Phoenix
Yes.
is. Um, yeah, I think the next book in the series is going to be August. No, not August.
No, Brody
Brody and London.
Landon, innit?
London in
Landon.
it.
Landon.
Don't
I'd love
I'm
it if they
taking a
said it
piss.
like that. Landon. Yeah, I am.
She
You're
would
not
not
there
say
no
it like
more.
that. Yeah.
London. She'd say it like Rob does. London.
Is that
Like the
how
woman
he's
on the tube does. Oh, of course he does. He's
London?
posh. Mind the
London.
gap. He doesn't say that. That would be weird. I might get
Mine,
him to
well, I
say it
mean,
now.
if it's relevant to what you're
Wow.
doing. Yeah.
I don't even know what that would be. I
I
have my
don't know.
three children.
Oh dear.
He's at the end. That's what we need.
Yes. And then
Sorry.
then you get River and Ellie's,
Ellie,
which is what you're looking forward
I'm
to. And
waiting for,
and
yes.
definitely like if you were like
Oh,
captured by theirs, but you thought, oh, I'm not sure about book three being the thing for me. No, read because that this is going to be relevant.
yes, very
So
much so.
yeah. There's definitely a bunch of stuff that's like moving along the other stories in the background.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, this will be one. I think my brain was like, oh, I could skip Brody and then see what happens, but I don't think I'll be able to
I
because I
don't
will
think
come
you
into it and it will
can.
be, yeah,
Yeah.
it will be a massive shit show and stuff. And it'll be like, what the?
And I gotta say, I read the blurb for it and the stuff that's going on, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, no, there's like a big
Are you
hook in there
invested now?
too.
Hmm.
It's gonna be hard because like I said, I'm not sure Brody is my favorite, but then
No.
sometimes
Well,
they
this
win
was
you
it.
over. I mean, he's
Hmm.
got Major, and Major is like a
Oh,
sweetheart.
Major's
We love
awesome.
Major. If we
Hmm.
haven't mentioned, that's his
I was
golden
gonna
retriever.
say, oh,
Just,
you should have
just this
left it.
random
Just more
character.
names.
Yeah. But
So,
no,
and
he.
Zara's somewhere in the back as well. We need to mention her.
Are you just saying Zara? Was that just a random one? Because I do not remember a Zara.
Oh,
Who's
I
a
don't
Zara?
know. I'll tell you who Zara is.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
tell you.
cool.
I'm not going to tell them. They have to
Oh,
listen and
I've
read.
completely forgotten.
Do you know who Zara?
So,
Oh, I'll tell you who Zara is.
yeah, you've got to tell me. All right.
And you can tell me about the
Yes.
cake.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the
Yeah.
cake. Yeah, that's it.
Mine
This
seems
is
a
why it
lot more
works.
important, but when I tell you who it is, you're going to go, oh shit, yeah, that one.
Probably. Yeah. How have I
Oh,
forgotten? It was only a
well,
few
this is
days
it.
ago.
Yeah, but this is it. Sometimes it is just that thread that you pull on that you go, oh, actually, I like this bit. And you'll be
Yeah.
reading the same book as me. We've done this before. You're reading the exact same
Mm.
book as me. And I'm like, oh, I paid attention to this bit. And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, what?
It
Oh, okay.
really does
Yeah.
help. There's definitely bits where I'm like, Jess, I don't think I understood what happened here. And you're like, oh, it was this. And it's like, oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This bit
yeah,
of the
yeah.
quarry was this. Ah, shit, yes.
Yes.
Now,
Got
tell me
it. Got
about
it.
this.
Yeah.
Two
Right.
brains always works.
Excellent.
All right,
Well,
so we've got new book next time. New books.
yes, we do. We're going to be starting the first book, The Female, which is the first
Female.
book of the Female
Yes.
series. Talking about
It's
doubling
easy
up
to remember.
names
Yeah.
all the time by Envy Wright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we might have a bit of a break. We don't know
Uh-huh.
yet, between this episode and that episode. And we will let you know on the
Yes.
socials when it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It will just give you more time to read if you're going to
So
read
yeah,
along
yeah.
with us,
So
basically,
you
or
can
to
read,
finish
finish the
off
seven. Yeah,
the
full
seven
seven.
exactly. And then, yeah, yeah, that's why we're having a break. We just decided
Because we're
we
going to
got to
read
read
four
all
more
the other
books
ones.
before the others.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like 10 books for one series of
Mm.
6 episodes. But no. Although, is there three main ones and then companion novels for the female? It seemed to look like there was
Yeah,
three.
so the first three I have read, and yeah, they
Yeah.
are kind of they follow the main characters through, and the
Okay.
last one is a follow on from something else in the book, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. I got it. Right. Fair enough. We shall see when we get into
Hmm.
it. There'll be all loads of
Indeed.
names again in that one, won't
So
it?
many. Yes, there will.
Right. I should really make like proper notes. Who's this person? Who's that person? What are they
Well, if you
doing?
did, yeah, if you did that and you had like links to everything, who was it? Somebody sent me an email. I think it was Katie Roberts' email with her Olympus series,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's who's related to who and who's had a relationship with who,
Oh,
and they were all
yeah.
different colours, and I'm like, oh my God, how do you keep? I'm trying to go two
I
books back
mean,
and not get what I'm doing.
it's even more confusing for her series, isn't it? Because the name is like the title of their role. Is that right? I've not read any of
Yeah,
those
so
yet.
Hades, yeah, Hades is who he is. I think so. I can't remember. It's been a while since I went through them.
Yeah. Because they like
But
they
yeah,
move into that role. So
yes, so that
like,
yeah, you go in to become Zeus, who is the head of the family.
yeah. So
I
it's
don't.
kind
I'm
of
trying to
like
think
with our royalty, their name isn't actually their name, it's just their title. Like
title.
the Prince of Wales is a different, like they weren't, but now they are.
There
So
they are.
yeah,
Well, they're not
exactly.
anymore. They're now the king. Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
William, bit short.
But then they get a new one. So yeah.
Ooh,
Okay. Right. Well, thank you
on
for
that note,
joining us. We know that was a bit
yes.
vague, but also not.
Yes, there's too
Then
much to put in, so we have to be vague, but there's enough to make you want
we'll
to come
see how
back
it
for more.
goes with the next series, how it works. And we might be like,
Uh,
yeah, that's too difficult for us
yeah,
to talk
we're just
about.
gonna totally go over that and just
Yeah.
yeah, bugger it off. It's fine.
Well, we'll just go back to doing like one book at a
Just
time.
a book at a time with less
Yeah.
characters and names.
Exactly. But let us know if it was good and if it has encouraged you to read through with us. That would be nice to know.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But yes,
And we
until next
will,
time,
yeah, speak to you soon.
be
Bye.
good.